and welcome to the latest episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show with me, Jana McCabe. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Lisburn ladies Leah Wilgaus and Yasmin Craig from Greenisland. Thank you both for joining me today. Yasmin, I'll start with you. It's been an unbelievable season for Greenisland so far. You must be so proud about how it's gone.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic for us. It's our first year in Division 1 and we started off really well and we're just coming up to the end of the season and it's still going very well for us.
You mentioned there it's your first season in Division 1. You're certainly not playing like it's your first season in Division 1.
Yeah, no, we've had some great wins. We got a lot of new players as well this season, which has been fantastic. It's really strengthened the team as well. But yeah, no, we've enjoyed it. And
when this show goes out, there will be a big game because on Friday night you play Ballymoney and you could win the league then. What are the nerves like going into that one?
Yeah, well, we have in Greenisland, we just take every game as it is, so we just play each game by game really, so we'll just wait until tomorrow night and take it as it is.
And what would it mean to the club to win Division 1?
It would be a fantastic achievement considering the girls only started up 4 years ago, just before COVID. So to move that fast, that quickly is a great achievement to past players and present players and future players.
Leah, it's been a very busy time for you, a very busy couple of weeks. You've moved from Larne to Lisburn Ladies. How did that transition go?
Yeah, so I just thought I needed a change. Larne was just getting too secure for me, so I decided to maybe jump over to Lisburn and see what they have to offer. And it's been going fantastically. I'm loving my life down at Lisburn.
And you currently hold the goal of the week. It was some strike.
Yeah, I definitely meant it. Although the coaches don't usually like us shooting from distance, but I had the time and the space, and I just thought, why not?
Did you notice that she was slightly off her line? You just thought you could go for it?
I just knew I had the strike in me. While the keeper was on her offer line, I just gave it a go, and thankfully it hit the back of the net.
So you think you'll be producing many more of them as the season goes on for Lisburn?
Hopefully I'll have more goals to come, and whether they're top ends or long rangers, I just want to help the team really.
And you've only been there a few weeks, but how have you fit in at Lisburn Ladies?
Yeah, the girls are fantastic with me. They've made it really, really easy for me to settle in, and the coaches are great. They make it so easy and they're so positive about what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve this season.
And Yasmin, you've just come from Greenisland. You haven't had any other clubs. How did you first get involved in football?
Yeah, well, whenever I was little, I used to play football, and I used to play with a boys' team because there wasn't really much girls' teams around, so I kind of stopped playing it. And then it was about 12, 13 years later, I decided just to go back and try.
Why did you go back? It's a great thing you have, but was there a reason you went back?
No, again, it was one of those random things that I tend to do. Absolutely didn't really know anybody at the football team and just decided that I would phone Gilsey, who runs the club, find out about whenever he was starting up, and then I decided to go down.
And Greenisland have gone on quite a journey and they've moved up the divisions, and there seems to be a core of girls that kind of stuck with the group.
Yeah, now we actually have a first team and we have a reserves team as well, so it's definitely attracting a lot more players, which is fantastic.
And as someone who's been there for longer than maybe a lot of them, you must be so proud of just how much you've grown.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Whenever I think back to whenever we first started, I think there's actually a video of one of our first games, and then when you see how the girls play now, it is amazing to see the difference.
And Leah, you were at Larne before. That was Larne's first season in the Premiership when you played. What was that experience like?
Yeah, so it wasn't just Larne's first year in the Premiership, it was also my first year. So it was a big adoption for me because I've been coming from U19 football. So it was a good experience for me personally, and even obviously Larne as well. The first year, and we were able to secure and stay up. So it was really positive, and as you can see now, Larne's starting to build on that, and they're starting to get the players in, and they're starting to do well again.
I'm sure personally you probably learnt a lot because it was your first year as well.
Yeah, it's coming up against and training with some of the girls. I've looked up to the girls, Demi Vansov. I looked at her when I was younger, and just coming up against her was just mind blowing for me.
And you're just going from strength to strength now, and you're going to take those positives whenever you play for Lisburn Ladies now?
100%. I just know every game and every training session I'm improving, and the coach are helping me improve, and I just feel like I've improved so much from where I began.
Yeah, so there's been some results. We've talked about her goal. Greenisland, as you mentioned, have had some great results, and as we are recording this, you're unbeaten so far this season. What's been your best memory of the season so far before hopefully the league title's lifted?
I just enjoy whenever the girls score and run over and celebrate with them after. I don't know, It's hard to pick one. I
And
need to think
maybe
about
as a
that
centre
one.
mid, you probably are putting the passes into them to score.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's more, yeah. I don't score a lot of goals, but we all help to it.
And going into this season, would Green Island's goals have been to secure that Division 1 title?
No, our goal was just if we could get through the season in Division 1, and then also for the reserves as well. Like we just take it game by game, so no, it wasn't set out, it was to stay in Division 1, it wasn't to be number 1 in Division 1.
And it's been a tough year so far for Lisburn ladies, but so much time still to go, and it's so tight in that table so far.
Yeah, it's super tight. Like it's coming close. Like so, it's going to be the head-to-head games where we're going to have to get the points, and we're going to have to get 3 points. Like the draw's not good enough for us. We want to get the 3 points every game.
And Phil Lewis is in charge there. What's he been like to be as your manager? In case he's watching, you have to be nice, remember?
Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. He's fantastic with the girls. He knows what he's on about, and he's just got a plan, and he's so positive, and he knows how to come across to the girls and how to help and understand us to make sure we achieve the goal of the season.
And a new man in charge and a lot of new players. Does that make it slightly easier for you to come in?
Yeah, not coming in by myself is a wee bit easier, but I know that I have to prove myself even though I am a new player. Like I know I have to do well in training and in matches to secure my place in starting 11.
Perfect. And we're going to take a short break here in the studio, and we're going to have a roundup of the NIWFA fixtures from the last week. Over to you, Colin.
In what was a truly exciting week of women's football within the Northern Ireland Women's Football Association leagues, not one but 2 of the league's 6 division titles on offer were secured. First up saw Lisburn United secure the NIWFA Division 3 title following a comfortable 6-0 win at Belfast Ravens, which left them 8 points clear with only 2 games of the league season remaining. Well done, Lisburn. This was followed by Green Island securing the Division 1 title following a home draw against their closest rivals in the division, Ballymoney United ladies. This game was a tight and hard-fought encounter, with Green Island's equaliser in the night coming courtesy of a converted penalty by Erin McCauley deep into injury time. Sadly, after this the red mist descended, with 2 Ballymoney players being shown red cards. Earlier in the week there had been 4 thrilling local women's Super Cup quarter-final ties, which saw Belfast Celtic, Bangor, Ballymoney United and Green Island secure wins to make the last 4 of the competition. The draw for the semi-finals saw Belfast Celtic granted a home tie against First Division side Ballymoney United, with fellow Championship side Bangor also been given home advantage against Division 1 champions Green Island.
Thank you, Colin, for that. Yasmin, no matter what happens in that game that Colin will be talking about there, as I said, it's been such a season for Green Island, and also you have a bit of a connection with Green Island outside of the football pitch that the sponsors you work for.
Yeah, so Harvey Norman, who is our sponsor on our top, I work there. I've been working in the store, well, between 2 stores for 14 years, so I've been there quite a long time. But yes, no, we're very fortunate. Harvey Norman sponsored us. The owners, I mean, they're very big into women in sports as well, which is just amazing to get that support from work.
That's amazing that they want to promote it. How did it get about that it actually got sponsored in the end?
Yeah, so I did go to my boss and asked, just kind of showed him what the women's football was doing and what great things were coming from it and how it was being promoted, and they said absolutely and agreed to it. So
I'm sure your teammates are happy that you got a source to sponsor.
Yeah, no, it does. It kind of, I mean, it just gets us up and gets us ready for the season, which is great.
And how long has that sponsorship been in place for?
So this is the first year, and the sponsorship will be running for 2 years.
So exciting, you have another year.
Another year.
Play division up as well.
No.
And Leah, you haven't gone too far with your job kind of things because you do sports massage. You did it in Belfast Met. What was that experience like?
So I officially qualified this year and it was obviously a year-long course, and like the class I had was just fantastic with me. Like I was the youngest in my class by far. Like people doing this were like 30s and their 40s, and I was just like a wee 20-year-old just enjoying the class, enjoying the time. But I really do love doing it, and I hopefully like to build on my clients because I only have a couple at the moment, so hopefully I can get a couple more.
You said there that everybody was kind of older, but you must be so proud of yourself because you seem to have excelled at it.
Yeah, I was just happy I passed, honestly. Like it was tough at times being so young doing it, but I was just pleased that I did get through it.
Is it helpful when it comes to football being able to do sports massages as well?
Yeah, definitely a couple of girls called me over on the side of the pitch and get the massages done.
So if you're ever suspended or injured now, you're going to be like getting on as physio at half time?
Yeah, I'll definitely be on as a physio on the bench at some point. Like.
And Yasmin, we've gone before about Greenisland, just so the amount of growth that they've had, but you started at Division 5, I think it was at the time, and you've kind of gone all the way up. Teams have done it, they've gone to the Premiership from that. Is that kind of in the back of your head, maybe in the future?
As I say, we just take one game at a time, but I'm sure for the younger girls it is something that they would want to achieve, but we'll just take it each year as it goes.
And there's a really good youth set up in Greenisland, and it seems to have expanded more.
Yeah, so I mean they actually have younger girls team starting up now as well, and yeah, there's a lot of youth section in there, so there's a lot of opportunities for development.
And as somebody who didn't really have those opportunities when you were growing up because you had to play with the boys team, maybe little you must be happy that now they have the opportunities.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing. Like I think that's one of the things I've loved about coming back to football. So I get to play with so many girls on the pitch, and it's like you have so many sisters, so it's just absolutely amazing. Like it's such a different experience from when I was younger playing with the boys, which I enjoyed, but the girls is just so much different. I love it.
And Leah, you also played with boys as well when you were younger. Similar experience to Yasmin, or what did you think?
So I played for Shank United boys. I was the only girl in a team. We had an academy, we had 3 teams at the time, and I just loved it. The boys accepted me like any other player. They didn't treat me any different at the time, and I just loved the experience of doing it.
Not nerve-wracking at all being the only one, or is that a blessing kind of?
Well, my brother actually played for the team, so like we kind of had a wee thing going. So my brother played, my dad coached. It was a kind of a family occasion down there at one point.
And then you moved to Crusaders Strikers and played underage football there as well.
So I played Crusaders from under 15s right up to under 19s, and I enjoyed it, but I just knew that if I wanted to progress, I had to move to another team.
Even kind of since you've grown up, I know you're younger than the two of us, but you must have seen such a change as well, because I'm sure now maybe those teams have women's sections and girls sections too. Yeah,
even just looking at Lisburn, like they have kids from under 5 right up to progress right up through in the senior football. Even when I was young, that wasn't even about, as I said, I had to play for a boys team because there wasn't many girls teams about. Only when I hit the under 15 age that girls teams started to be a bigger thing.
And in underage football as well, you've played for Northern Ireland and you've gone to Turkey. What were their experiences like?
So I played from under 15 to under 19 with the NI internationals, and I enjoyed it. Really loved the experience of playing with different girls from different teams, and you got to know players, and some of them players that I grew up with is now playing the Premiership with me. So it's just surreal, if you know what I mean, playing against each other, playing with each other. It's different, like.
Hard to switch off and switch between, your friends. You have to be friends and you have to be rivals, I suppose, when you're on the pitch.
Yeah, sometimes it can be difficult because you are such good friends with the girls and you've grew up together, but at the same time we're all very competitive and we all want to win and get the 3 points at the end of the day.
But that must have been a dream come true to put that green shirt on.
It was such an honour, just listening, hearing the national anthem for the first time. It was so surreal. And
you've been to Turkey, we were talking about off camera, like it's warm in this studio, but I'm sure it's a lot warmer in Turkey.
Yeah, it was so warm. The amount of breaks we had to have for water over there, it was mental, like. But we played 3 games out there and we played like a year up, so we were under 17s at the time playing against under 19 internationals. So just the physicality of them girls we were so different from them, and just playing against them was so hard.
And do you have a highlight of your international career so far?
Starting first game, like when I started, it was just such a surreal moment. It was such a proud moment for me and my family, because back in the day when I was playing for my dad with my brother, we never ever thought that I would progress to even put a green shirt on. We knew I'd be in the stands with a green shirt, we never thought I'd be on the pitch with one.
And what game, who did you play for that first game?
I believe it was Serbia, So they were all very tall and I'm only 5'5", so looking up at the girls I was like, I don't think I can beat you in a header, like, but I'll give it a go.
Nobody can see your height because you're sitting down. You could have gone right, like you said, 5'6".
Everybody knows I'm so small on the pitch. Like.
And Yasmin, there's girls from Greenisland that hopefully will go on to play for Northern Ireland, and now that there's kind of that pathway into the teams, you must be excited to see how that goes too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that I really look forward to in the future. You know, it's as Greenisland, as the women's team progresses up to Division 1 and hopefully they can go further, then it does give those young girls more opportunities, and that's what it's all about.
And hopefully in many years' time, when your playing career would come to an end, would that be something that you'd be interested in doing, is coaching, now that there's so many more teams in Greenisland?
I would try it. I did try it last year, but I do have a lot going on with work and with football, so at the moment I haven't been able to give it my time, but it may be something that I try. I did try refereeing. Yeah, I tried refereeing, so I done that for a few months, and then no, it wasn't for me.
What was that experience like? I'm sure that was fun.
Yeah, the experience. So it was kids' games. The kids were absolutely amazing. Like it was so great to see whenever they score, whenever they won. But you know, if the grandparent wasn't happy that they were offside, or there was a little bit of stick, but no, it was an experience. But yeah, no, I'll stick to playing football.
I'm not too sure I can handle that. I'd be crying on the side. I'd be like, just you do it, you take the whistle. And Leah, what about yourself? Obviously, you're only 20, so it was a long way. But would you even like to coach when you're playing?
Yeah, so I've actually helped out in the IFA summer camps when I can, but obviously with our commitments it is hard, but I do love coaching kids. But even seeing the wee young ones at Lisburn, even when they're mascots, I love them. Like, I love the kids holding their hand, bringing them out, and they look up to you as they're thinking you're a big player, and they just want to get your signature at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I'm only 20 years of age and I just want to enjoy my football. So it's a bit surreal that there's these kids just looking up to me and wanting to aspire to be like me.
I'm not surprised they are, but what was that IFA course that you did, if you wanted to explain that a bit more?
So I done my grassroots badges with Belfast Met, and they put me through all my badges, futsal, refereeing, but I never got the Hampton refereeing, just couldn't do it. But just seeing the kids so happy and enjoying the game, and with their own wee age group, and I just love taking the girls, because I know when I was younger there wasn't very many girl coaches about. So for me, being able to take my own wee team, hopefully one day, I just love to have a wee group of girls. It's my own wee team.
That's so exciting. Fingers crossed for the future that we see that. We're going to take another short break here in the studio and head over to watch the highlights from Bangor's clash with Civil Service in the local Women's Sports Super Cup.
Singing or a bit like here, but obviously come on!
Can't see the corner ball. That was quite the game on Monday. It was so hard to tell what way it was going to go, but congratulations to Bangor for making it to the semi-finals. Yasmin, Greenisland are also in the hat for the semi-finals. You must have been so proud of your performance in the quarter-finals to beat Ballyclare as much as you did.
Yeah, we had the game on Monday night and we had a game on Friday, and we have a game this Friday, so a lot of games quite close together. So we just went out, and whenever we went onto the pitch, it just clicked for all the girls, and the girls were fantastic. The football they played the first 35 minutes was amazing, and yeah, we got some goals.
And at the minute you do not know the opponent for that semi-final game, but you'll find out in the same day that you find out if you win that trophy. Is there anybody that you're hoping for in the next round?
No, we don't mind either way, whatever way the draw comes out. Yeah, we'll look forward to the game. It's an honour to be in another semi-final, so we'll take that.
And would you be kind of hoping for a home game though, so those people could come out and support you? Because it seemed like a good crowd at that Ballyclare game.
Yeah, the Ballyclare game, it was fantastic. I mean, there's more and more people coming down to watch us. We do have a little girl, Hannah. None of the players are related to her, but she comes and watches every game, bless her. Like, she travels even to the games, which is out at Market Hill. So it's just great to see that support. So no, whether it's a home or away, no, we'll still look forward to it.
That's amazing about that little girl. What age is she?
So Hannah is 6. I think she's 6 or 7, yeah. 6 or 7.
And no relation to any of the players?
She just comes down. So she started with the girls team, and now she comes down to watch every match.
That must be a nice little mascot for you to have, to know that there's people, just like you, Leah was saying earlier, like looking up to you.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's amazing to see her, when you're going on the pitch, and then whenever you're coming off there, like in the rain as well, there she is still too. So yeah, it's great. So those little girls, like, hopefully they'll be playing football in another 5-10 years, yeah.
That's amazing. Leah, you were kind of saying earlier about whenever you're kind of holding the hands of the little ones going out and them kind of wanting to be you. Just how much does that help, having those little girls kind of look up to you?
Yeah, these little girls are so small and just walking out holding their wee hands, and they just look up to you like you're a big massive player and you're like a professional. But at the end of the day, like, we're all just regular people, regular players, and just knowing that there's somebody out there that looks up to you and wants to be like you, it's just so inspirational for me when I go out. Like, I know that there's little girls look up to me and want to be like me.
And maybe people don't know just how much it does mean to players for actually people to come out and actually support.
Yeah, like when we all started, like the women's football, there wasn't many fans. It always used to be just your parents. But now there's actually fans that want to come to every game and come in and watch you.
You said about your dad coming to watch you play for Northern Ireland, it was kind of a family day out when you were at the Shankill United. Is it the same? Does he still go to every game?
Yeah, my dad does not miss a game. He travels to every game, always there. Like, he hasn't missed a game in my life. Like, so I think it'd be really weird if he wasn't there.
And what are the goals, do you reckon, to stay with Lisburn ladies to see the next few years and see how it goes?
Yeah, hopefully I want to stay with Lisburn. Like, Lisburn's a great team, have a great setup, and hopefully, like, we'll just progress. Like, we have got a great group of girls at the moment, and we're doing really, really well, considering, like, it wasn't the best start to the season, but we're starting to pick it up in the second half.
And there's just so many games. You said it's kind of so many games that mean so much now, but it's kind of the exciting part of the season now the break's over.
Yeah, definitely. Like, coming towards the end, it's getting clutch, and you're going to have to get these big points to stay up, and obviously there's a playoff this year and we don't want to be in there.
And speaking of that playoff, it's so tight, as we talked about earlier, but nobody wants to be in that playoff because all the teams in the championship are so tough.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, we know the championship is such a high standard of a league, and we know if we were to play a team, then they're a great setup and it will be a good challenge. But now we've got big games coming up and we have to get 3 points.
Just talking to Yasmin about that semi-final in the Super Cup, you guys don't have any cups left. Does that actually prove as an advantage for you guys because you can just solely focus on the league?
Yeah, definitely. Like, although it's disappointing that we have went out of all the cups, but like I said, we just focus on our 1 game a week, and we are all very prepared for our next game and we can't wait for it.
And as a new signing, what would your personal goals be?
Just to try and score and help the team as much as possible. At the end of the day, like, we want to try and get up as high as the table as we can and hopefully stay up for the season.
Leah, fingers crossed, I'll be seeing plenty more of your goals as goal of the week as this season progresses. And Yasmin, best of luck for that huge game on Friday. That's it for this episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show. Thank you so much for watching as ever, but for now, it's goodbye from me.